Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. You're watching Citizen Newa, the platform where we speak truth to power. Here follows a public broadcast. Before we go much further, we will play the Yoruba Nation national anthem.
Ẹ jẹ́ kí a kọ orin orílẹ̀-èdè wa.
Iṣẹ́ wa fúnlẹ̀ wa, orílẹ̀-èdè wa. Kàgbéga, kàgbéga, kàgbéga fáyé rí. Ìgbàgbọ́ wa ni pé bá ti bẹ̀rù ńlá bọ́ mọ́. Ká ṣiṣẹ́, ká ṣiṣẹ́, ká ṣiṣẹ́, ká jọlá. Ìṣọ̀kan àtòmìnira ní ẹ jẹ́ ká máa lépa. Tẹ̀síwájú fọ́pọ̀ ire àtòhun tó dára. Ọmọ Oòduà dìde, bọ́ sípò ẹ̀tọ́ rẹ. Ìwọ ni ìmọ́lẹ̀ ògo adúláwọ̀. Thank you all very much for listening. You're watching Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. Now, good morning and welcome. What you see on the screen before you are very important information. I'm going to read a printed out document to actually state exactly the stand of Yoruba people on the comments made by Ahmadu Bello on the 12th of October 1960, 12 days after the supposed independence. You see, we have never really been free. Southerners have never been free. We simply substituted one colonial power for another local colonial power, that being the Fulanis, who, by the way, come from Futajalon. Let me explain. Right. Now, on the right, you will see above, you will see something that talks about in the new nation. That was a statement. I'm going to read that to you. Let me see if I can actually do something quickly. No, I'll leave that anyway. I'll leave that as it is. I'll just drop that down here so you can see it. I want you to be able to see what I'm talking about. There we go. Now, beg your pardon? I am going to read the statement made by Ahmadu Bello on the 12th of October 1960. It was carried by the Parrot newspaper back then. That was, again, as I said, 12 days after the supposed independence of contraction Nigeria. Within 12 days of that announcement of our independence on the 1st of October 1960, Ahmadu Bello, the premier of the northern region, made the following statements. 12 days. That is a direct counter against that contraption called Nigeria. In 12 days. And nobody took it serious. In 12 days. Listen to his words. The new nation called Nigeria should be an estate of our great-grandfather, Usman Dan Fodio, i.e. Fulani man from Futajalon. We must ruthlessly prevent a change of power. We use the minorities in the north, i.e. houses, as willing tools. And the south, Middle Belt, Yorubas, Igbos, Biafrans, Niger Deltans, whatever we want to call ourselves, as a conquered territory. So we in the south are viewed in 12 days, just 12 days after the supposed independence. The premier of the northern region says that we are conquered territory in 12 days. I want you to understand the significance of that statement. Because if you understand the significance of that statement, you will understand why we are where we are now. The Fulanis believe that they control the whole nation, that they own it, that they've been handed power by the British. It's important we understand that. And here we make a claim against that flatly. And we not claim, we are categorically rejecting it from here henceforth. Now, it says that South as a conquered, North as willing tools, and the South as a conquered territory, and never allow them to rule over us, and never allow them to have control over the future. Sir Ahmadu Bello, Parrot newspaper, October 12, 1960. That is something that is indisputable. That is the statement of fact. It was carried by the Parrot newspaper. This cannot be disputed. These are the statements made by a serving premier that was supposed to swear allegiance to Nigeria. What he has done is made Nigeria his own grandfather's estate. So we are serving the Fulanis. From the 12th of October 1960, those are the words. We need to comprehend and understand exactly what that meant. And that is what that's why we are where we are today. Because we never took those words seriously. We never took them seriously. Now, when I've read this, I understand why Inzogu and others took the action they did. But having said that, we put that to one side. That's for debate for another time. Now, the business of the day that we've come to do on this broadcast is to read a statement of the facts as it stands. We Yorubas are not slaves to anybody. Neither are the Igbos nor the Biafrans, the whole of the South. In the coming days, Ninas are going to be making an announcement. They will be at the United Nations, and we should all support them on the 14th. From the 14th to the 24th of September, we must ensure we support them. But before going even further, I, Ayo Gudemo, aka Citizen AY, hereby make a statement for and on behalf of Yoruba people, as I am qualified as any other Yoruba person to state this claim. I am qualified because I am a Yoruba man by blood. I am a Yoruba man. My ancestry is Yoruba. And I am proud. I am a proud Yoruba man. And no Yoruba man will be a slave to a Fulani man in Yoruba land. The Fulani man must be reminded that they come from Futajalon. Their grandfather's estate has nothing to do with Yoruba land. The land that is in the picture that you see there, the map there, they have zero claim. The Fulani man must go and stake his claim on Futajalon. That's where he is. His ancestry comes from there. My ancestry is Yoruba land. That is why we Yorubas collectively, we stand together and we state the following. A new nation called Yoruba Nation will be the estate of all Yoruba people in Yoruba land. As sons and daughters of Yoruba land, we will ensure that the collective decisions, i.e. proposed Yoruba constitution, arrived at by way of referendum and subsequently passed into law, will be strictly adhered to by those we elect to serve Yoruba people collectively. We view our near neighbors, Igbos and Middle Beltans, as close allies who share the same views of peaceful coexistence that has been our reality for thousands of years. This will continue post self-determination. The slightly further away Arewa will be seen as a nation in its own right, with the same freedom to choose whatever type of governance they see fit. Yoruba Nation will trade with all new nations created upon contraption Nigeria, Yoruba Nation will trade with all new nations created post contraption Nigeria, as long as our right to collectively defend Yoruba land and all Yorubas are not impeded. We wish all the new nations well. We encourage the Arewa to chart a course of building their nation without interfering in the development of the new Yoruba, Biafra, and Middle Belt nations. Ended. Here ends the statement. As far as we are concerned, this is RIP One Nigeria, Yoruba nation now, Biafra nation now, Middle Belt nation now. That's the map that you see in the middle. And it is very important that we Yorubas understand our history. Our history is minimum of 13,000 years old. They found the skull of a 30-year-old man. And he speaks Yoruba 13,000 years ago. If you add 30 to that, that means that we are even older. We are even older in terms of our, how long we've been here. A lot older, 30-year-old. So that tells you something. So I want us all to stand tall and proud as Yoruba people. That statement is spoken for and on behalf of all Yoruba people, that our land remains ours. We are no slave to any Fulani. We remind the Fulanis that they come from Futajalon. Let me just put that there for him to understand, so that those of you who may have designs and may be looking and thinking you have some sort of claim, no, you do not. Let's make sure that they get that message. It's important. Now, let me put that just under so that everybody can see it. Let me put it here. Let me see. Can you see it? I want to make sure that it is seen. I want to put it over just over the, in fact, yeah, it makes better sense to fit it just there. So that is where Ahmadu Bello comes from. His ancestry comes from Futajalon. My ancestry comes from Yoruba land. And that's why we're speaking for Yoruba land and Yoruba people. And I'm sure many Yorubas will feel exactly the way I feel, that our land, Yoruba land and Yoruba resources are for Yoruba people. And we will not interfere in Arewa. We will not interfere in their affairs of governance as long as they don't interfere in ours. They have no right to view Yoruba land as a conquered territory. So with that said, I want to thank you all for watching this podcast. We will close out again with the Yoruba national anthem. Please, when you get the podcast, please share, and share. Thank you for watching. You're watching Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. Here goes.
Ẹ jẹ́ kí a kọ orin orílẹ̀ wa.
Iṣẹ́ wa fúnlẹ̀ wa, forílẹ̀ ibi wa, kàgbéga, kàgbéga, kàgbéga fáyé rí. Ìgbàgbọ́ wa ni pé bá ti bẹ̀rù làbọ̀ mọ́. Kashisha, 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 kajola. Ìṣọ̀kan àtòmìnira ní ẹ jẹ́ ká máa lépa. Tẹ̀síwájú ọ̀pọ̀ ire àtòhun tó dára. Ọmọ Oòduà dìde, bọ́ sípò ẹ̀tọ́ rẹ. Ìwọ ni ìmọ́lẹ̀ ògo adúláwọ̀. Once again, we urge you all to please help us spread this broadcast. There is no cavalry coming to our rescue except ourselves collectively as Yoruba people. The quicker we realize that fact, the quicker we can work together, we can put aside our differences and focusing on securing the land of Yoruba land for Yoruba people, the coming future generation. That is our responsibility. It is one we can no longer refuse to shoulder. We must take that on. We cannot shirk that responsibility. This is a call to all Yorubas. Stand together. Put aside your differences. The time has come for us to work together. You don't have to form one organization. You can work where you are. The focus is Yoruba nation, Yoruba land for Yoruba people. Defend Yoruba land against the Fulani aggression. We do not want any part of Yoruba land, Arewa land. The Fulanis, as I recall, as I'm telling you all, they come from Fudajalon. We must remind them. Let's stand together. Iléyá, Iléyá ọmọ Odùduwà, Iléyá. Odùduwà gbé wa o, àṣẹ wa, ó ti ṣeé ṣe. Ẹ jẹ́ ká sowọ́pọ̀, àsìkò ti tó. Thank you for watching. When you get the podcast, please share, share, and share. Thank you and goodbye. You're watching Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. Thank you and goodbye.